Hi, I'm Adam.
And hi, I'm Harvey. I'm Adam's dad.
I grew up on Las Lomas in the Palisades, and you can see in the photo this is where I grew up.
And we moved into that house. There was a house there in 1976. So we've been there well over 50 years.
49.
49. We have not been this.
So, um, you guys were trying to build, you and mom were trying to build an inventory of all of the items in the house for insurance.
Right. The insurance people told us we needed an inventory. And so we got out the yellow legal pad, pen and paper, and tried to remember everything in the house we had, room by room, and how much it was worth. And it was just an impossible task.
So, I've worked in tech most of my career, and I thought this was a problem we could build some technology to help solve. So, what we want to do today is show you this tool. It's at hellobuildable.com, and it's a tool to help you kind of refresh your memory about what might have been in your house and even use images of your house to help build that inventory that you can use for insurance. Let me just say one thing first. Everybody's insurance policy is different. So be sure you check to understand what the rules are for itemization with your insurance company, what format they want. But for almost any format, we think this can really help. So Dad, should we demo the product?
Let's do it.
Okay, so you're going to go to hellobuildable.com and then launch the inventory manager. And I'll launch that first. Here we go. And you can start building rooms. So you want to start, Dad?
So it goes room by room. You can see here we've got dining room and living room. And the nice thing about it is right underneath there, it gives you some hints as to kind of get your brain going, get you started on what might have been in the room. So the first thing it says, it was dining room chairs. Obviously, we had dining room chairs, and we had 4 dining room chairs.
So I'm going to change this to 4. So, and then you'll see it created a subtotal, right? So were they about $300
And
each?
I would say they were about 300 each. So that's a fairly accurate estimate of what they were.
Okay, great. So you probably had a table. Let's put in table, and I'm going to just type in table.
And again, it went out into the internet and came up with $1,500. And again, that's a reasonable estimate of how much that table would have been worth.
Okay, so what about tablecloth? How many tablecloths do you think you had?
Well, I'm understanding we had about 12 tablecloths. So 12 tablecloths at maybe 150, maybe 100.
Mom, how much do you think the tablecloths were worth?
Most of the tablecloths were $50 to $75.
Okay, so we're going to take an average value. Mom says 50 to 75, so we'll split the difference. We'll call it $65 for 12 tablecloths.
Okay, so that came up with a subtotal of $780. So we're starting to get an idea of how this works.
Okay. So the other thing you can do to jog your memory is actually upload a photo. So I'm going to go here. Next to the name of every room, you're going to see a photo icon, and I'm kind of circling around that right now. I'm going to click that icon, and I'm going to pull up this photo called Living Room Las Lomas, because we lived on Las Lomas. And you can see at the bottom it says analyzing images or analyzing items in the image. And I'll show you, this is the photo I just uploaded. It's actually a screen capture from a video, but that works fine. And we can see with our eyes, there's a table here, there's a couch, clearly a chair here, there's another chair here, a lamp, a photo. There's some furniture out in the back patio. So let's see what the technology finds in that photo. All right, here's what it found. It saw a glass bowl. I didn't even notice that. It saw the patio table and chairs. So that's the exterior furniture.
Right, so that would have been out on the patio, and we're going to do that one separately. So let's take this one off for now.
So we'll take that off. It saw a throw blanket. Was there one speaker or 2?
We had 2 speakers, and they were Riga speakers. They were really expensive speakers.
Okay, so we can...
I would say they're at least 500 each.
Let's do Riga speaker, and let's try it as a new...
REGA.
Oh, REGA speaker. REGA speaker. Yeah, so that gave you a higher value, $500. Do you think that's right?
Right, I do think that's right.
Okay. So you can see that you can add it, you can see what we did is we used this to jog our memory, and we added a specific speaker. We have 2 of those. We need to do that. And you can just keep going through the list. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to help jog your memory. And we'll see things like the framed picture. This was a piece of art, not a family photo, which is why it's valuing it at 500. Maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. You can go in and edit and change. I thought there's a couple other things that we could show that are, I think, useful tools. One is, and you can see here's the orange chair. So we know that orange chair was a fancy chair. It's actually
Right.
not 250. So you really have to go through and just make sure that it's correct. But you, Dad, had a lot of fishing supplies.
I did have a lot of fishing.
Okay,
so
so
go ahead.
wait, hang on. I'm going to make a fishing room. You didn't really have a fishing room, but this
I
is
did not have a fishing room, but I did have a place with a lot of my fishing equipment, and I had about 5 fishing rods.
okay. What brand were they?
They were
Sage.
Sage.
Sage. Okay. Sage fishing rods. And I'm going to add that. And it says it's giving you a value of $300, but that's probably more, right?
I would say they were about 600 each.
Okay. So you get a sense that you can build different rooms or collections to jog your memory. So Mom is an artist. She had a lot of art supplies.
Correct.
There was a lot of music. You guys are both musicians. So I want to go back to the top, and you can see right now, just in the minute or two we've been doing this, we've already gotten up to $12,000 worth of inventory value in your house.
Right.
And in fact, the numbers are going to go much, much higher when you start to put everything in. I want to highlight a couple more things. One is when you think you're ready or you want to look at your list in a different form, go to this button here that says Download Inventory. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to create an Excel spreadsheet right here. And there it is. So here are the items that we've added. You can see, I'm going to move us over here. And you can see that the dining room is broken out in a tab, living room is broken out, fishing room is broken out. So you'll get all of those breakdowns, and then an all items breakdown with your total inventory value on it as well. And if you make your spreadsheet and you forgot something, my suggestion would be just go back into the tool at Hello Buildable, add whatever you forgot, and then just download a fresh spreadsheet.
So that would be easier than going into the Excel spreadsheet, just doing it back on this one template.
Right, because this is you're gonna have a login. We didn't show you the login, but there's a login for this. You'll sign up with your email. So you can keep coming back to this as many times as you want. And this is a dynamic list that you're saving in what we call in the cloud, meaning that it's saved on servers. So you're safe with that. A couple more things to highlight. If you have any questions, we have this FAQ you can go to up at the top, and we've given you a lot of answers to a lot of questions. But you can also just email us. And if I click in, can I share this tool with others? Yes, you can. What other tools will you build? Here's our email address, info@hellobuildable.com. And I want to show you one more thing, which is at the top here. If you click this Join WhatsApp group, we have a WhatsApp group with lots of users who are using the tool. There's a few hundred people already using this after the Palisades Fire. And you can ask each other questions. I'll be in there. My friends who built this with me will be in there. And we just really want to build tools to help after the fire, because this sucks.
It's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be great to build this. It was a terrible thing that happened to all of us, but this at least gives us a handle on getting it back.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you. We hope this is helpful, and reach out with any questions at all.